Hey, this is Primeval. We are back with part 15 of our playthrough of Deity Challenge 12. So, while over the last few episodes, we sieged the Spanish cities, eliminating them, and then captured Athens. And our plan was to then go and move on to Seoul, since the Koreans are the tech leaders, and the longer we leave them to advance their technologies, the more difficult it'll be for us to deal with them. While that whole attack was happening, we were building up a secondary army over by the old Persian capital to deal with the Danish. Now this army is actually a lot stronger than our much more experienced army that captured Persia, Spain, and the Greeks. Unfortunately, we were a little less careful with them than we could have been, and so now that once amazing army is down to 3 crossbows and 3 Gatling guns. So we'll probably need to deal with the Danish first, if only because they're in the way, and then we'll go and push up towards Korea, and then we'll swing back around, capture Copenhagen, or, yeah. Well, we'll see how it goes, but it looks like our main army will actually be the secondary army down here, and we'll just set up a line of ranged units, maybe get some melee units out front, and then see how the Koreans deal with that. We could also use a great general to steal the land, some land here. That'll be on the other side of a river, so it'll be much harder to capture and pillage. And then we can steal Korea's citadel, and that'll make a nice kill zone for when the Koreans come and try to attack us. So let's see how this plays out. We are number 1 on score. We are number 2 on manufactured goods. The Koreans are actually number 1 now. But we are catching up in terms of literacy. We are above average and in 3rd place. So let's see how everything plays out. The Koreans are building wonders like mad, so that at least that means that their army won't be as large as it could be. Let's go and repair some more of these tiles, and then we can go and drop some trading posts in around Barcelona. We might also want to go and repair the wine, if only for the extra gold per turn. Okay, so we have a whole bunch of artillery. We can go and snake that forward. And build up some experience on the artillery. Okay, upgrade this cannon, and let's drop a farm, maybe somewhere over this way. Okay, let's get our crossbow back onto our road network to deal with any problems that might crop up. And let's get to work on our road here. So once we have artillery in the area, we'll be able to maneuver them a little more easily. They can set up and fire on the same turn. And this worker can go and travel with this army. So we've recruited a new spy, we can go and drop him into Susa to spot for our artillery. City name, Susa. And we can try to steal a tech from the Romans in 7 turns. Okay, let's go and move these guys to the front lines. I'm surprised the Koreans haven't declared war on us yet. They have a rifleman right here. Our next policy is in 2 turns. Is Bucharest still around? It is still around. And it's an ally of Babylon, and we would need a lot of influence to supersede them. Okay. Finished a trading post. We already have the cotton there. But for a while the cotton wasn't showing up. We have the cotton there. Customs house as well. And we are working the customs house, so that's good. Let's go and let's see, repair this trading post. Get our units back home. Okay, so we have a bunch of artillery ready to move on Susa. Take that guy out, and that guy, and Susa if we had vision. So let's just move over there. Take out that embarked cannon. Okay, so all of that looks pretty easy. I guess our worker could do some scouting, and just go and keep an eye on things here in Warsaw. Okay, we'll also want to send our great general along like so. Okay, on to turn 187. Now, are the Koreans still at war with the Greeks? Diplomacy overview. They are at war with Greece. Let's see if Greece will pay us to declare war on Korea. Other players, declare war on Korea. They will pay us or not. But we can go and sell them an embassy. They have no gold, so much for that. We just finished artillery. We can go and buy ourselves a factory, and we forgot to buy that barracks. So let's go build another artillery manually, and hopefully next time I'll remember to buy the barracks. We will go and purchase a factory, however. So that shaves 1 turn off the artillery, and let's go and put in another farm. So, moving in on Susa. That doesn't put us in range of anything, so let's get up there. Okay, so who currently doesn't like Korea? They're at war with Greece, and they've denounced everyone, except for Babylon. Now, we're at war with everyone else that they've denounced, so it's only Greece that could potentially pay us to go to war with Korea here. Okay, so Greece is paying us 1 gold per turn to go to war with Korea here. We'll go and citadel bomb this spot, just so we can get the double citadel and have a nice defensive spot to place all of our Gatling guns. So that probably wasn't so wise, but I really want to bait the Korean units into coming over this way, while I take some time to send some artillery up north. Tyre and Colombo have declared war on us. Colombo. Where was Colombo? Way over there. We can still give gold to Quebec City if we wanted to. Likewise with Bucharest. Okay, we have another source of coal that we can mine, fortify, and let's see, go and improve the wine. Okay, so that's everything. We don't have to worry about selling luxury resources anymore since no one likes us. All our city-states are doing pretty well, although it looks like we're about to lose our status with Zanzibar. Zurich is happy. Manila, we might lose happiness or friend status with them as well, but they are under attack by the Romans. However, they are in a nice little choke point here. They've got city range attack, a range attack from the Gallius, and then a range attack from the Gatling gun, and there's only access by 1 tile, so I'm pretty pleased with that. I think I'll go and throw some money at them as well. Let's see. There we go. Ragusa, we're good friends with them. Alright, so everything else looks fine here. I'm really liking how defensible Manila is and how they have all of the appropriate units for that. Anyways, on to the next turn. So there you can see Manila just killed one of Rome's knights. They'll keep on sending more units at them, but Manila should be able to hold out until Rome gets some artillery, but by that time we should be knocking on Rome's door, or at least we hope to be. So our worker that we were using to spot has been captured. We can go and boost our science further with secularism. Let's make sure all of our university slots are being used here. Yes, 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 yes. Not here, but we can now afford that, so that looks good. And we can also employ these slots as well. Alright, so that's all good. We should have been working those university slots a little sooner, but that's just fine. Let's go and, well, I guess we should take out these units first. That guy. Go and fortify. Okay, so it doesn't look like the Koreans are taking the bait here. Let's see if we can find a good spot to stand. It's a hill. Okay, so that puts us in range of Bursan. That's not really where I want to stand. This could be really dangerous for us here. That was a mistake. Let's go and back them up anyways. Alright, so just to distract these units from killing my extremely veteran Gatling gun, I'm advancing all of my other units. But I shouldn't have done that. Now, let's go and put a mine on some of these hills. Place a farm there. Bring our artillery to the front lines. Okay, that looks fine. And should we go and grab that worker back? Why not? And we can return it to Antwerp, and that'll get us a whole bunch of influence with them. Okay, so they want us to find a natural wonder, but Greece has quite a large amount of influence with them already. Fortify, and can't get anywhere closer, so we can fortify there. Okay, next turn. We lost a knight. Go and take that guy down. And perhaps run this knight back ever so slightly. Maybe he would have been better served by pillaging that tile. Okay, so we didn't lose that Gatling gun, although we did come very close to it. Let's go and pillage a tile. What do we have here? So this Lancer was formerly a Pictish warrior. Let's go deal some damage and then run away. We can fortify, fortify, and fortify. Okay, we repaired that trading post, and we're working those trading posts. Let's go build some trading posts over by Barcelona. Harold is secretly plotting against Darius. Let's try to keep Persia on our good side. We don't want to have to go and eliminate them from the game. They've been pretty good to us. They gave us a nice city here. So we should try to keep them around as a thank you. We lost another knight. We should probably have upgraded those guys to cavalry just to give them a little more durability. let's go and discuss that latest text dealing with Alexander. Okay, never mind. We missed the pop-up, so we missed collecting any influence for that. Okay, so bombard, 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 run forward, fortify, and bombard. Well, no, you don't have the range for that. Okay, you can fortify until healed. Does Sparta have the Chichen Itza, or do we? I guess Sparta has the Chichen Itza. Okay, so we are short 1 happiness, which is costing us a fair amount in terms of science per turn. Next turn we'll be able to build some of these Silidith halls, and so that will definitely help us out in terms of happiness. But in the meantime, if there's someone or something, I guess, so Antwerp, we're nowhere near flipping that city-state. Almaty, we could go, I guess we have a textile coming in 3 turns, so let's not worry about that. Bucharest, they are accepting extra money, but we don't really have the money to do anything about that. Dublin has a Coliseum already, so does Cardiff, so does Truro, so does Peropolis, so does Madrid, so does Edinburgh. Okay, so all the cheap buildings that we can get to offset our unhappiness have already been built. Does Edinburgh have a circus? It does. What about Truro? It does. Dublin does. Madrid does not. As far as purchasing with faith goes, we could spend 400 faith to get a happiness. I guess we can just give up on 1 turn's worth of extra science from being happy. Just go over to the next turn then. Persia actually still wants to buy some of our luxury goods. Sure, we could sell you the gems. 90 and gems, silver, and accept an embassy. We do have excess silver, so sure, Persia. I'll take your gold per turn. Okay, we've discovered acoustics, so we can now go and start work on some of the happiness generating buildings. We could also straight up purchase one. So if we wanted to fix our happiness right away, we could definitely go and do that. And here, I think our spy could steal attack in 2 turns, so maybe we can just leave Susa for 2 turns. Go and retreat this guy, get our other units in range. Okay, that's a road done. Okay. Let's go and buy the barracks before I forget about it. Although it is 400 gold here. Add to queue. Barracks. Fine. Maybe we should go and annex Athens. It should have some decent production, and then we can start spending our extra money to go and buy artillery over by the Koreans. Let's go and steal architecture, and then we can probably steal scientific theory from the Danes. Let's go pick up some of these really cheap techs on the side here. So we just finished a factory. Let's go grab the hall. Our influence with Zanzibar has fallen. Was that a coup? Suddenly we're quite unhappy. Allied with nobody. Find on map. Alright, let's just throw some money at them then. And here, we can send this guy forward for a bit of scouting. That doesn't help. Go and fall back. And here, we're going to steal a tech in one turn, so I don't want to go and take Susa yet. Okay. Next turn. Okay, so we can steal another tech. It's optics, so that probably wasn't worth it. Let's get back to stealing or researching the techs we actually need. Let's go and move this guy over to Busan. Cardiff finished its bank. Let's get to work on the hall. And here we're probably going to want to throw up some more trading posts in Warsaw. Factory complete. Let's throw up a theater. And now we can take Susa. At least we got a lot of experience on our artillery with this little exercise. So let's go and create a puppet here. We will go unhappy. We could raise the city, but let's just go and make a puppet. Okay, next turn. Our next social policy is coming in 21 turns. Tyre and Jerusalem are fighting. One of our Lux sails with Babylon has ended. We do need the happiness, so we'll get to work on that. And we'll send this guy up towards Athens. If these jungles weren't in the way, we would have a slightly better time here. Well, the porcelain tower is in Busan, so that's, well, the best thing that we can get off that is the free scientists, so that's not applicable. And we're not going to be signing any research agreements, so porcelain tower, not quite so exciting. Here, let's go and build ourselves a mine on that hill. But in the meantime, where do we want to go from here? We can go and hit Tyre and then move on towards Seoul. So let's go and advance our units in that direction, and we'll also get to work on a road. Let's see. Do any city-states want roads? No. Whatever happened to that worker that we brought along, I guess. Oh yeah, we returned it. Okay, that's fine. This worker. Work on a road. You can heal, but the rest of you should advance on Tyre as far as possible. Alright, all of that looks fine. A lot of our cities want spices, and once we take Busan, we will have some spices for ourselves. I might go and annex Athens here to build a courthouse, and so we can also get some more military units near the front lines. So Truro just finished a factory. These halls are really working out well for us. They'll help really push our culture per turn and cover a lot of the unhappiness that we're facing. So I'm glad to have that unique building. And let's get to work on that hill. And advance our units on Tyre here. We can go and repair that. Okay, choose production. Our factory's finished. All of these factories should put us in number 1 in terms of manufactured goods, so that's good. We have a very healthy gold per turn going. Okay, so another one of our deals with Nebuchadnezzar has ended. Let's see if he's willing to buy anything from us here. What do you want for? What will you give us for that? And this, and this. That works as it stands. Horses and an embassy. Sure. I think we have excess citrus. We do. So let's actually give him the wine as well. Let's try all of it. Okay, so that's everything we have. Everything that we have excess luxury of, I'm willing to trade. So I think that's everything except for copper, is that right? Yes, everything except for copper. Pull the copper out. What do I think of this one? No copper. How about 24 gold per turn then? Yeah, that looks fine to me. I don't mind helping our old friend Nebuchadnezzar out. Milan is still doing a really good job holding out against the Romans here. They've yet to take any damage on the city itself. Here, let's go and set up all of our artillery. Okay, so Susa is looking a little tense. Let's take care of these guys. If we go here, let's just fortify. Susa should be fine here. And let's go pop in another trading post. Pair that. And trading post. Okay. Alright, I think that's where we'll leave this part, and I'll see you in the next video.